Good morning. It's Friday, August 27th, so it must be time for another legislative update from your North Carolina Medical Society. Well, we're still in that budget negotiation process. As I mentioned last week, the House and the Senate named their conferees, which is a fancy word for those budget point people that will be a part of negotiating what the final product between the House and the Senate budget looks like. So both the House has passed their budget, the Senate has passed their budget, and they're in the process of deciding what will be included or excluded from that final budget product. We saw in announcements in some news media outlets this week that our leadership announced that the negotiations are not moving along maybe as quickly as we would all like. So more to come on that. We're still following that process, still advocating for our top priorities, but looking like we may be in the long haul in this budget negotiation process. Some bills did move this week. I want to point out one to you, Senate Bill 228. This is that exclusive provider organizations bill. You may remember that we spoke out expressing some concerns in both the House Insurance Committee and in the House Health Committee this week. I'll remind you that these EPO, exclusive provider organization plans, do already exist in North Carolina. And our expressed concern was that we really needed some additional rules for these specific plans as they function in North Carolina. Ultimately, the decision was made not to add any amendments to this bill, and it moved through House Health and the House floor and did receive a concurrence vote on Thursday in the Senate, and the bill has been sent to the governor. The other bill that moved this week's House Bill 608, Dignity for Women Who Are Incarcerated, did make it through the Senate process this week, is back on the House side for a House concurrence vote. We're continuing to follow that bill very closely and are asking the House to concur on this bill. Next is Senate Bill 711, the North Carolina Compassionate Care Act. This is that medical marijuana bill we've talked about several times, been through several committees, and it did receive a favorable vote in the Senate Health Care Committee this week with a lot of committee discussion. 3 different amendments were added to this bill. So if this is a topic that you care about, please visit our legislative blog, look up that bill number, and we'll have a link to it so you can see that most up-to-date version. And then finally, looking towards next week, we have a wonderful event planned with Dr. Kristen Baker, who is our only physician in the North Carolina General Assembly, a Republican from Cabarrus County, and Dr. Greg Murphy, who is our only physician congressperson from North Carolina over out in Eastern North Carolina. And we're going to have both of them at a virtual event this Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Be sure to register. You should see the link in your morning rounds, or have gotten an individual email. If you don't have it, we'll include a link to that here as well. But to really have a conversation about what it's like to be a legislator, why you should be involved and engaged in this process, a real conversation with your peers on what it's like to be an elected official. So be sure to register for that. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we look forward to talking to you soon.